Welcome to the Glenn Beck program, and welcome to 2011. Things are about to change. It's a new year, and this program has a new attitude. We face massive challenges and problems. The headlines of the day confirm that. For starters, we have a Congress becoming more irrelevant every single day. Over the break, the FCC did pass net neutrality. They now oversee and control the internet. The experts told me over and over again for the last 2 years it wouldn't happen. They wouldn't do it. They did it. They couldn't get it through Congress or the courts, so they went around them. The national debt has just surpassed $14 trillion. That's particularly alarming because, as you know, as we have told you on this program, we are now getting extremely close to the 90 to 100% debt to GDP ratio that every nation fears. Gas prices are climbing. The national average has now hit $3.07 a gallon. Where is Chuck Schumer in front of a gas station today? Crude is currently at $92.66 a barrel. Experts predict now it will hit $100 a barrel this year. Why is this happening? Well, number one, the oil price is pegged to the dollar. So the more money we print, the higher the price of oil. Have you heard any program tell that to you? Have you heard anyone in Washington tell that to you? Two, federal regulators said yesterday that 16 offshore drilling projects can now resume in the Gulf. But they still have to follow the all-new government regulations and safety mandates imposed after the BP spill. Oil companies, you better wake up and shoot straight with the American people and defend yourself, because nationalized oil is not far behind. There is now so much red tape involved to comply with, it is impossible for them to do business. It's impossible for oil companies to war game every imaginable disaster scenario, which I believe Cass Sunstein is now having them put down in paper. Plus, most locations are still at least a year off from being reopened. Oh, and one other problem that nobody seemed to see coming: the oil rigs are opting to leave the Gulf. They're headed to places like Mexico and Libya and Brazil. By the way, Petrobras just announced they had a fantastic December. What a coincidence. Oil companies were already leaving after the drilling ban several months ago. Why? Because rigs are sitting idle, doing nothing except losing millions of dollars. I believe this program explained it to the dummies in Washington at the time. A 6-month moratorium on oil drilling is a death sentence. Why? Why is it a death sentence? Well, you know those big oil platforms that are sitting down and they are going a mile down to drill? Those big oil platforms are not cheap. They don't just sit around if they're not being used. They are immediately leased to someplace else in the world, and they are used for as long as they last. You don't just sit around with empty equipment. It doesn't just go back on the beach. So when it's gone, it's gone. So what was it, the phrase that President Obama used? Oh yes, I remember. Energy prices will necessarily skyrocket. But it's not just energy. Some of the other things expected now to cost more in 2011. Airfare, car insurance, health insurance, grain, translation, your breakfast, college, postage rates, refinancing, credit cards, ammunition, and gold. Americans are filing for bankruptcy, and it is rising 9% last year. Unemployment remains double digits with no sign of improvement. And that is the tip of the iceberg. All of these problems are a little overwhelming. When I told you about all of these problems, we installed a red phone, this one, because they denied that any of these things would happen. They said none of these things would happen. And we put the red phone right here on the desk, and we said, call us. If we got it wrong, call us. They never called. They never will call. I'm not waiting for the call anymore. In fact, if I may, I'm not interested. There's a new attitude. It is a new year. Today, this program begins a new chapter. I want you to stop watching this program. I want you now to start using this program. Words are meaningless unless they affect you and change you and lead to action. We will show you, in their own words tonight, the left wants a violent revolution. Tonight, I am going to issue my own call for a revolution, except this call is for a personal revolution. And let it begin right now.